I've seen brothers here in Chicago, here in Baltimore, come through the Moorish to the door, having been shot 6-7 times. I see him come in, and then they get healthy, and they okay. All because of the power of that prayer. I'm not talking about no other prayer. I'm talking about the prayer that you have faith in. What faith in is that we have faith in? It's the Moorish American prayer. We have our own prayer. But when you call it, I love Allah, you don't say I love you. I love Allah. Oh Allah, I love thee. Thine art my God, Allah. That's what Allah wants. That's His language. That's what He put in our ears in reference to Him. What He wants you to call Him, not what the English man, the English speaking, or the Greek speaking, or the other speaking people want you to call Him. He wants you to call Him what He said His name is.
Islam, Islam, Islam. Dr. Son-in-law, Sheik Maurice Pennington, Master Student. Sheik Clans pray the ill. Islam, Sheik.
Islam, Sheik. How are you, man?
Oh, I'm wonderful, Sheik. I'm wonderful.
So am I, man. So
Great
am I.
success.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Islam. So today our topic today is Noble Drew Ali's October 98th Annual Convention. Successful.
Praise Allah, Mo. Praise Allah, and more, in our thoughts, words, and our deeds, especially in the deeds of October, we praise the Almighty God, Allah, for us being worthy of us getting our salvation. What we did in the month of October is pray to Allah for our salvation. I send honor to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of our salvation. He to whom it is that our salvation comes through. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali. First of all, Sheik, if it's okay with yourself, I'd like to recap some of our previous podcasts, and I'd like to ask the listening members to chime in, to recall some of the previous podcasts that we've had. If there are any questions, I want to address them at this time. If there are any comments, I want to hear them at this time. I think the first one, anyone can tell us the last that we have done. What were the 4 podcasts? Chime in, Islam family, Islamism. Chime in and tell us if you were with us, or if you're having a conversation, if you looked at them later. Tell us, give us some comment, give us some feedback, because we don't want to keep going on issue after issue after issue. If another issue, if the previous issues are not clear. We want you, the Sheik allowed me to come on his show to make things clear, to help us to become conscious of the Moorish science Temple of America that we're dealing with, that we're members of, that we want to be a part of. And that's what this is all about. So I'm asking you to chime in with your questions. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm just going to exercise my 5 senses. And I'm not talking about the sense of smell, touch, taste, hear, sight. I'm talking about my 5 senses that I am able to exercise in answering any of your questions. So at this time, I would like to take a moment, Sheik, on Maurice Pennington. I want to send honor to you, man, for being a technician, a great technician, and being patient with me in coming and learning how to do this podcast. I want to thank you, man, for just getting this word out to our people, Mo, because it's a blessing. So at this time, I am going to take a brief, let people come in, as I heard others podcast speakers say, let them come in, review your comments, make your comments, ask your questions. My name is Sheik Clarence, pray the ill. I'm a member of the organization, the Moorish Temple of America. I have been for a long time. I'm happily married. I have children in the Moorish Temple of America, grandchildren, great-grandchildren in the temple as we speak. I live in Washington, D.C., born and raised here. Okay, so any questions or comments, please?
Islam. I also put the link, put the StreamYard link in the comments. So if anybody wants to come up and join and engage in the conversation, ask their questions right here, live on stage, you're welcome to. All you gotta do is click the link. That's it. Give me 1 second, Sheik. 1 second. This
Yes,
is
sir.
Go. I got two bundles of it right here. I got 2 bundles of it right here. Listen, stop. Leave me alone. Go over there. I'm gonna tell you, Mama.
Mo, you having all my fun, man.
I'm gonna tell your mama. Now you talk about some leave me alone. Islam, Sheik. So let me see. Do we got any questions? Let me look at the last. I'm gonna take a look at the last show we did and look at the comments and see if any questions were left in the comments.
And Sheik, while you do that, can I just say something, please?
Absolutely.
And the record reflect that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said if he could teach us to think, because he knew that we have been programmed, he knew that we have been indoctrinated. And my stand, however long I'll be on this podcast, is not my intention to program you or to indoctrinate you in what it is. So if you would think, about what we're saying, what question you may have in reference to what I'm saying, then I would appreciate if you would think, because I'm not trying to indoctrinate you. I'm not trying to program you. I'm not trying to put you in those situations to say what I say, etc. But we're going to ask you to think more. Think, brothers and sisters. Think.
Goodness gracious. I'm still trying to get to it.
If they're not, she will go on. Okay, somebody said Islam. Praise Allah. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Kyle Johnson. I think that's what it's saying.
That's Kyle. That's Kyle Johnson. That's a brother that I know for a real long time.
Praise Allah, Mo. So Mo, if there aren't any, we can go on. And from this time forward, we just ask people to make their comments and questions, and get some questions answered. But you don't have to polish the question. I just ask you to put it in a respectful language. You don't have to worry about offending me as long as you don't put it in an uncolorful language. Ask what you will.
Islam.
I don't have no problem with answering conscious, intelligent, according to me, questions. And ask what you will.
No, Sheik, I don't know why I can't find it.
Okay, Sheik, we'll move on then. Just ask the Moors and brothers and sisters to follow it through next time. Islamism. Now, first of all, I'd like to recap again. I think we talked about your intro into our part. Your segment is Allah, the love of Allah. First of all, family, friends, and loved ones, we need to know the name of our Creator. We need to know His name. Before that brother carried the Israelites out of Egypt, he went to the Creator, and say, well, what is thy name? He needs to know his name. And Jehovah told him what his name was, his attributes, his character. And this assured Moses that his mission was going to be successful. It showed Moses that what he wanted to do was of Allah's doing, and he had no fear in carrying it out because he knew the name and all that the name had exercised. And you got to remember, Moses was down in Egypt, and he saw all the miracles that those physicians did down in Egypt. But when he got the name of his God, Jehovah, when he got that holy, divine, sacred, pure, uncut name, Jehovah, he was even more powerful. He realized that he was even more powerful. So all that I'm saying, Sheik, is that it's good that we know the name of our Creator.
That's right.
Secondly, I think it was Masonry. For some ungodly, it's not God, some ungodly reason, everybody wants to be in the institution of Masonry for some reason. And I understand the reason. I understand the times that we're living in. And in the times that we're living in, it says no one can buy, sell, or work, or eat, etc., if they don't have this type of power. And so they figure that they can go in those institutions, in those orders, and they get that power of that order or that institution, and it's protected. But it don't allow them to do anything beneficial for the world, for humanity. So we have no Moorish American Muslim, those that submit their will to the will of Allah, know that he comes from Allah, that the prophet comes from Almighty God Allah, not from the elect, not from the rulers, nor from the rich, but he comes from Allah. Because had not he come from Allah, we would still be in slavery today.
Islam, Sheik. Now that we reached this point right here, right? There was questions posed to me, or not quite questions, but statements. You know, a brother accused us of demonstrating a hatred towards Masons because of, you know, us emphasizing the point that we are not Masons and that our Prophet Noble Drew Ali is not a Mason. So now I know I wonder how is it that if I was to walk out on the corner right now and find a bunch of gangbangers, which they all on the corners around out in our community, if I go out on these corners and find these gangbangers and tell them that they are not Negroes, Black people, or colored folks, how is that not hatred? If me telling ones that we, members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, are not Masons, am I not demonstrating some form of hatred towards those organizations that these individuals are a part of out there in society? Is that not hatred then?
Well, Mo, in answer to such a question, first I'm going to say this. Truth hurts.
Islam.
Secondly, I'm going to say that if we look, we have a reason. Moorish Americans, since 15, 16, 17. I'm going to say long in there. We have a reason. We have a reason to hate. We have a good, strong reason to hate all our adversaries. But the Prophet Noble Drew Ali came in 1928 and said we ought to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. He even said told us to stop flashing our car because it's
Causes confusion.
Causes confusion.
No.
He told us, so we don't love you. What you're hearing is you have something that you love and somebody's speaking against it. That's all. But it's not hate. You know, anybody that's talking about Moorish sign, Temple of America, anybody's talking in the name of Allah and the Prophet Noble Dwelling, you know, question asker, you know that we are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. But we know that we are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. But when we speak truth, cut like a double-edged sword. For in 1928, we would not be in the condition that we are in if it wasn't for some of those people that you make a reference to, trying to accuse us of hate. Yes, we have a reason. We have a real good reason, but we don't. We hate no one. Does it look, my face look like I'm hate? I mean, I'm old, but you ain't gonna see no hate in there. You might see a little fatigue. You might see a little hungry, but you ain't gonna see no hate in my face. You ain't gonna see no line of malice, envy, jealousy, none of that in my face. So we don't hate anyone, brother or sister. We're gonna teach the truth, and the truth hurts. And a lot of these brothers know what the truth is, and when the truth, the cover's pulled off, they cry. Why? They accuse us. They falsely accuse. What you say? Do not falsely. They falsely accuse us of what they're doing to us. They falsely accuse us of what they are doing, for which is hate. They're accusing us of hating, when in actuality, it is them that is hating. No, we don't hate anybody, but we have a good reason to. We have a real, but we don't. I don't teach hate. I'm not going to be around nobody that hate, because I know being around somebody that hate is going to bring unwanted consequences. Therefore, I'm not going to be around anybody that even hates. And I don't teach hate. As a matter of fact, I don't know anything about hate. In the last 50, 60 years, I had no desire for hate at all. None. So we don't hate anyone, brother. We just want our people to come up, return. What is the prophet says in our Holy Quran, the Moorish Scientific American? He says, return. We, Moorish American, we Muslim, we return the church, Scottish Rite, and the church and Christianity back to George Washington, who brought it to America in the 1780 something, whatever it was. We return it back to him, because we're going to Islamism, for which is a greater, a more higher order than the whole world has ever seen. We are Islamism, the order of Islamism is so high that everybody's adopted it. Everybody wants Islamism. That's what we're returning back to. Not European. We get them theirs back and out going to Islamism, because it's a much, much, much higher religion. And if you don't trust that, just look at the numerology. 33, 45, 90, etc. If y'all follow me what I'm saying, for all of you that study mathematics, for all of you that's into the various sciences, just study those principles, and you'll see that the numbers alone will tell you that we don't hate, that we are high, that Islam is a greater, more potent, powerful aspect of what we're in, as opposed to church and Christianity. Church and Christianity calls for them. That's theirs. That's George's and his people. That's England, Scotland, Ireland, France, Germany, Holland. That's theirs. That's theirs. And we're not in it. We return.
I just want the people to have it clear that this podcast is about us. This is not about the other people, any other people. We might make reference to them so far as whatever relationship we have with them when it comes to whatever the subject matter is. But when we speak about Masonry, we're not on here teaching people Masonic degrees. We're not on here comparing Masonic degrees to Moorish degrees. We're here saying that we are Moorish American Muslims and that we are not Masons. and that our Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a Moorish American Muslim and not a Mason. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that he has suffered much because of misunderstanding of what this movement is about. And we don't want our prophet, nor any of our leaders that was raised up by our prophet, to suffer the way that our prophet told us that he suffered. That's all.
Praise Allah. So family, friends, and loved ones, please know that Moorish Science has no affiliation with the institution of Masonry. I respect it. I respect the people that are in it. When I see them, I give them the comments required. I'm not slanderous against them. All you can do is look on Facebook and the brothers and sisters that are in those orders. And those are their colors. They're adapted, but they are their colors. And I give them their respect because I know all the marching that they're doing, all the demonstration that they're doing is only going to bring them to more science. That Bible that they're in is only going to bring them to more science. That Quran, that those orders that they're in, because everything that they currently have is ours. It's ours. Praise Allah. I think the third podcast was the Soul of Man. The soul of man, our souls. Whoa. Soul of man.
We still never move beyond instruction 1.
Yeah, Mo. It goes to tell you how much there is to speak on our souls, the soul of man. We got to recognize the soul of man, his soul. Where does it come from? Why did creative faith give it to us? Give it to the spirit. Why? I mean, we got to look at these things, and we're going to have an intimate class on the soul. We never got a chance to talk about proportion. Say what helps to the body, even that is honesty to the soul. We never thought about the portion of our souls when it's in balance. When we put something in it that it offsets it, that makes it unproportional. If we drink something intoxicating, if we drink something, it changes the motor chemistry of our body. And we know that the soul is the body is the manifestation of the soul. We become intoxicated, we become imbalanced, we become unproportioned. You know, our brothers and sisters, man, are having all kinds of problems today when they are when they're with their wives and they bring a child into the world, all because they've been drinking. They're unproportioned the soul. They drain the soul, the body, they drain the soul of some of its pertinent nutrients. And then when the child come out, the first thing they want to holler is et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All those things is what we're talking about when we talk about the soul. Of all things, you got to be sure, know that your soul is a precious, precious thing. The soul is the image of he who gave it to thee. And it's Almighty God Allah that gave us a soul. The soul is called, what's the title called? The soul of man. So we want health, you know, we want proportion. What health is to the body, even as honesty to the soul. I can't help but think about that. We got to be honest to our souls. We got to be. Stop lying. Stop telling falsehood. Stop eating wrong. Stop drinking wrong. Stop everything that's going to cause your soul to reproach you. And what that means is you lie, you're accumulating karmas. And you're going to pay those karmas up on the plane that you accumulated them. So if your soul catches a rough aspect of its life existence in your body, your physical body is going to catch a rough experience. This is why it's so important that we eat right, that we think. What health is to the body, that we think right. Thought is the cause of it all. What we think. You know that when you think something negative, you know when you think something harsh about another person in particular, somehow or another something on you finds pain because you have rendered it helpless. You have rendered it weak in the thought. And if you keep on thinking that way, that part of your body gets even weaker because of what you're thinking. I'm going to say this, and I'm going I don't mean to be insensitive. I truly don't. But I need to say it so we can stop thinking hard. Our thoughts are so damaging. Our own thoughts are so damaging that it's deteriorating our own bodies. We're having to go to the hospital for this. And what's the first thing the man said? I got to cut that out. We go to the hospital for that. I got to cut that out. Your thoughts is what's deteriorating your body. And I don't mean to be insensitive. I just hope the next person hear what it is that I'm saying and can think better. No matter what the problem is, be at peace with everything and everyone. Be at peace for your peace. Be at peace. Peace of your children, your household, your family. Because if you don't, it will deteriorate your health. And then upon on all of that, the foods that we eat, the strong drinks that we drink, the smoke that we're smoking, fogging our mind, that we have no imagination, we can't imagine anything, we can't do, oh my God, can't do anything. So we're going to think about that, Sheik. We're going to think about that. Islam? And with that said, Maurice, I want to cover another topic. One of them is kind of rough around the edges. And one of them is, both of them going to be kind of rough around the edges because they're the truth. Tell you the truth. Be truthful with you. One of them is...
Sheik, before we move on, I want to remind the sisters of the lesson that you gave them about the cayenne pepper, Sheik. You told them sisters that cayenne pepper gonna help them with that monthly menstrual Islam. I want our sisters need help. Our sisters need help. I seen a few years ago, they got a machine that mimics the menstrual pain. They got a machine that mimics menstrual pain, Sheik. And this menstrual pain was bringing grown men down to their knees. So I imagine if this is what our sisters have to deal with, then that lesson that you demonstrated about that cayenne pepper is important, Islam.
Well, all our people have to do is believe. You, Sheik Pennington Bey, myself, and we have our National Assistant Grand Sheik on the line. I see him. It's good to hear from him. We all are mere men. We all are mere men. But so was Noble Drew Ali, a son of man. So was Prophet Muhammad, a son of man. So was Jesus of Nazareth. I'm not talking about the myth one, the one of the Greeks. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about Jesus of Nazareth, the one that they put over top of his cross, his crucifixion, that he was the son, or the king of the Jews. Talking about them. The son of man. All the prophets were sons of men. Almighty God Allah would not redesign his creation. He says in Genesis 5, this is the genealogy. Man begot, man begot, man begot, man begot. We don't stop men begotten. So I'm saying this to say that, yes, I am just a mere man, just like we all are. But what I say out of my mouth, I pray Allah benefit you. Because again, I want nothing from no one. I don't want your money. I don't want your woman. I don't want your sister. I got my own, what little bit I have. But I want you to know the truth. I'm telling you from benefit, and I'm not charging you. Maybe I should, maybe I should charge people. Maybe I should put a big old, what do you think about this? Maybe I should charge people for this information. Maybe they believe it. Because maybe everybody else is charging them.
Yeah.
Maybe I should charge them. Maybe you believe me if I tell you that the very herbs in your kitchen cabinet can heal your body. From your foot to your top of your head with you thinking right. Cayenne pepper, garlic, ginger, turmeric, all of those things that we have been spitting, throwing aside and not paying attention to are what's going to heal our bodies. That is honesty to you, to the soul. Cayenne pepper has been, everyone, especially women that I have recommended it to, have truly benefited from it. Having unwanted issues, more than they want, they have resorted to taking cayenne pepper, because cayenne pepper goes to the blood and it goes straight to the wound or whatever needs to heal, and it stops the flow automatically. Cayenne pepper is what we need. And this right here is a mixture. This is my cayenne pepper, and God knows what else is in there. But you can rest assured it's all good.
It's love.
It's all good, Mo. And
It's love.
we need to start. We need to get our children away from that stuff that they're taking out there, man. You know, they need to get our people away from all those chemicals that they're taking. Moorish Americans won't even take no-withdrawal oils and teas and compounds. They would rather go to the doctor, man, and let the man, and more, again, I'm not being insensitive. We would rather go to the doctor, let that man send his children off to college, and as opposed to taking up all teas and compounds that the Prophet Noble has given us. He's the Father. He knows what it is that we need. That's what we should be taking. So I highly recommend just a mere man, son of man, son of a man, the 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 son of a man, all the way back to the God of Eden. That's the son of Allah. That's who I am, nothing less, nothing more. Somebody trying to tell our people that cayenne pepper, that right in their kitchen, is all the health that they will need. And then you see these people that are falsifying health. You know, there are people out there that will take your money, family. If you just have some money, go and give it to them. They'll take you, and you'll suffer even more. But cayenne pepper, golden seal, black seed, oregano, turmeric, flaxseed, all of those things, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, fruits, vegetables, all of that stuff is good for you. And for those of you who have a problem with denture, get yourself a $25, $30 blender. Throw all those things in the blender. Instead of drinking your soda, drink that. And you get the same nutrients and minerals that you would if you were eating the food. And you don't have to worry about losing your dentures.
Islam. Okay. All right.
So with
that's
that,
it.
Mo, say it again, Sheik.
That's it.
Then with that said, Mo, recapping, I want to talk about the resurrection. I want to talk about the resurrection of, that's it. Hold it up, Mo. Hold it up, please. Hold it up. Maybe that'll generate some questions or some comments. Maybe that'll do it. But I want to talk about the resurrection of a lost date. You know, it's bad enough people in the world, and I don't mean to be insensitive, family, friends, and loved ones. Please, Sheik Clarence Praise the Hill is not spewing hate, slander, any of these things. I'm not spewing anything that could possibly harm. Nothing. I don't mean to. But I want to talk about the resurrection of a lost date. And that date is the date of the Moorish Americans. It's bad enough that family, friends, and loved ones don't know who their parents are. Right here in Washington, D.C., if a child is born out of wedlock, the father's name is not recorded in the record. Has some incidences up in Philadelphia. The child was born, children are born out of wedlock. Their father couldn't, if they weren't wed, they wedded, married. The father's name couldn't be in the record. Man, that's crazy. A child would never know who their father is. Children, people out there don't know who their parents are, Mo.
Don't sit down.
But we have resurrected a lost date, and that is the date of our birth, the birth of the Moorish American. That date is October the 17th, 1928. No other date, no other month, no other month. Our birthday, the birthday of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, bringing us into the world, was October the 17th, 1928. The 14th, the 15th, and the 16th, the Prophet was going through birth pains. Now, we'll talk about that too. He was going through birth, trying to organize, trying to get all of these things organized. And those people we talked about earlier were trying to interfere. So he was going through birth pain. But in October, he prayed to Allah. And on October the 17th, he manifested us in the world. He led us out of bondage, mental bondage, into not who we were, into the knowledge of who we were, for which were Moorish children. He gave us a flag. He gave us laws. He gave us the Constitution. He gave us a leadership. He gave us governors to show us who we were. Now, there are those today that don't know that their birth as being a Moorish American is October the 17th, 1928. That's our birthday. And we resurrected that date. Because it's a date that Allah, Almighty God, Allah set through the Prophet. The Prophet Noble did nothing of himself because, again, he was a man. Just as you and I are a man. He had a wife, he ate. He displayed all the aspects of a man. He had a birthday. He gave us a birthday. So anyone that's celebrating the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, now you can celebrate your own, huh? Get nothing I can do with what you're doing. Because the record clearly states you have the wisdom of the gods. You have the wisdom of the gods. You have the power of the God. And the people are satisfied with what it is that you are giving them. But for those that want the salvation that was foretold in the book of Revelation, you're going to have to come step by step, like as the Prophet Noble Drew Ali planned. And that step was, more importantly, October the 17th, 1928 is our birthday. Now, I'm thinking so many, matter of fact, I looked out in this convention in Chicago last week, I looked out over the land and I saw so much, and it was beautiful. It truly was beautiful. But what came to me was everybody, a lot of them, thinking it's about them.
That's right.
They think that the convention, they think that this movement is about them because they can speak well, because they have 5, 10, 15, 20 good, strong followers. They are masters over 10, 20, 30. I understand that, but it's not about you. It's about our salvation. This is what we have got to realize. We have got to follow the law as laid down by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Why? because following Noble Drew Ali laws is cooperating. It's cooperation. You're cooperating with the Prophet. We're not challenging Noble Drew Ali. We're not competing with Almighty God Allah. We're competing with Allah, thinking that we're doing something. And when I say competing, I mean, I'm saying that those out there that think this is about them, they are competing for the soul and the heart of something that don't belong to them.
That's right.
As opposed to being cooperative with Almighty God Allah and get us out this mess that we are in. Because truly, times are getting worse. Our people are thinking that they can go here, there, and they find safety, but the record clearly reflects there's no place to hide. No matter where our people go, what they get into, there's no place to hide. There's only one way. And that's for our people, the Asiatics of America, it's only one. And it's through the Moorish Science Temple of America, founded by Jesus of Nazareth, Noble Drew Ali, Prophet Muhammad, all in one. The reincarnation, the spirit, let me give it to you this way so you don't get confused. The spirit of truth. The spirit of truth. As opposed to our brothers and sisters thinking that what they're doing is about them. It's not. It's not about Sheik Clarence Prather. Nothing pertaining to the Moorish Science Temple of America is about Sheik Clarence Prather. I'm just thankful to be a member of it. I'm just thankful to be in the organization for as long as I have been. I'm just thankful for the blessings of it. But it's not about me. This is why I make all the efforts I can to go out and talk with our brothers and our sisters about the Moorish Science Temple of America. Because no matter what they may have out there, the book of Revelation says you're still poor, wretched, blind, naked, and something else. There's a fifth one. No matter what you have out there, you still are poor, wretched, blind, naked, pitiful. But we can't see this because of a great influence that's taking place out there. A great influence is taking place amongst our people, and it was foretold. We see it in the air. We question it. We're talking about an influence of an evil spirit, a foul spirit. And what am I saying about an evil spirit, a foul spirit? I'm talking about a spirit that's rebellious. I'm talking about a spirit that has no soul. I'm talking about a spirit that has found a body, an empty body. Somebody that can't think. Somebody that has to be told what to do. They found that body that has no will of their own, cast out the soul, opaqued it, covered it up, and they're using their body to do everything harmful. Everything harmful. The slander didn't stop the Moors. Hatred hasn't stopped the Moors. Lewdness hasn't stopped the spirit of Allah, the spirit of truth. So they're going to try everything that they possibly can think of. They're going to come after you, me, them, our homes, our money, our job, everything and anything that possibly can stop us, they're going to use it to harm. This is the same, this is that influence, this is that influence's attributes. This is what he's been doing. Using every possible thing to harm. Because what he's used it for, murder, ain't never stop us. Drew Ali said, we're gonna live again. And some of us passed and don't even know we passed, and next thing you know, we're back talking the same thing. And it's like we passed yesterday, here we are back today. This is just as an example. As if we never left. That's what we're talking about. But this influence has inspired our people to have big egos, to think that it's about them. Because the Holy Spirit is in the ethers, in the air. we say because we can, and this is just, be patient with me, please. Because we can sing, because we can speak well, because we're so eloquent with our speech, that we are something different. When we know that that speech and things that we say has no substance, and everything behind it is something that's going to harm us, And that influence out there is Satan, the devil, the great deceiver, that serpent of old. He's back out there, and he is swelling up out here. Can you imagine, Sheik, for example, you and I having this law? Now, this is an honest question to you, Sheik. Can you imagine you and I having this law, the same Quran, the same prophet, the same God, the same nationality, the same etc., and don't get along?
Wow, see.
But listen to this, Sheik. We can't get along. Think about that for a minute, Sheik. There's got to be a powerful influence out there that tells Allah. It's almost like in the Garden of Eden when Allah tells told Adam, don't eat of the fruit, and then they go and eat of the fruit, and then the Satan come and tell them to eat of the fruit, and they eat of the fruit. But you and I have got to be like Abraham. Abraham was like this, Sheik. Satan came up on Abraham and said, look, man, slay your son, your firstborn. Abraham went so far, prepared the altar, laid straw on it, try to make him lay him down so he'd be comfortable, and then went to pull this knife. Then he came in his right mind. And he said, wait a minute now. Allah said, I'm going to be the father of men and nation. Allah said, I'm about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. He said, wait a minute, I pray to Allah that he give me a son in my image after my likeness, like he did Adam, Seth, Enoch, Cain, Mahali, Jared, all the way up. So, and I'm going to be ready to kill this child? Wait a minute, something's wrong. I got to think. And Abraham thought, and he said, no, this is not Almighty God Allah talking, because Allah would not have me sacrifice what Bela is doing and what the Moabites are doing. They would not have me sacrifice my child. You and I have got to think like that, Sheik. We have got to think just like that. We have got to think love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when we hear hatred, slander, looting, murder, segregation, discrimination, prejudice, disunity, we got to know in our hearts and our minds, that's not Allah.
Not Allah.
We got to, and no matter what, we got to trust in Allah to that point. We got to trust. You love me, I love you. But if you're not about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, I'm going to say farewell. We'll meet again. I'm due like Jesus did. I'm going to press your hand and pray that we meet again. Because I'm going to be about my business. I'm going to be on my way. I must be about my Father's word. So what I'm saying is this. We got the same Lord, but somehow, because of that influence, a satanic influence, we're not coming together. My head is swelled up. Your head is swelled up. His head is swelled up. Everybody's head is swelled up. And we ain't got, all of us catching the same hell. Maurice, I looked into, now, before the convention, I looked into all the local temples. All of them. And Maurice, and none of them, and this is not slander, this is just an example of what I'm trying to teach. Why we should come together. And then half of them, they got no more 5, 6, 7, 8 people in there. Do a whole 2-hour meetings. Now you can't tell me that you can't see that we don't need to come together. You can't tell me that you don't see the condition. Can't tell me that you can't see where it's time for us to unite and ward off, beat off, fight off this satanic spirit that's robbing us of who we are, robbing us of our salvation. And the worst part about our salvation, Sheik, Can I tell you what the worst part it is?
Islam.
It was foretold, man, that if you don't do nothing with it, somebody else will eat your bread.
Wow. Right.
We're sitting here fighting. Me and you got the same thing. We're fighting, and somebody else is eating our bread. Not that they shouldn't, and that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that we need to come together. You don't want to come to me because of hatred, slander, looting, and murder, theft. And I don't want to come to you because of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. In other words, those that are full of hatred, slander, looting, murder, theft can't come under love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Those that are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice are not going to go under hatred, looting, murder, theft, and everything that harm. So somebody's got to come together. The Moorish Symbol of America, October, is the path to our salvation. And more, there's a movie that came out called The Black Panther. You know, I took that movie when I first saw it at my daughter's house some years when it first came out. We all got together with the family, and we sat there on the sofa and looked at it. And I looked at that movie, and I said, it only going to swell the Asiatics up. It's talking about nationality, talking about identity, but they're not going to see it. But more, right when I came back from the convention, when I got in here, sat down, got relaxed, I turned the television on, the movie Black Panther came on. And you know what I got out that movie, Mo?
What you get, Sheik?
I got the masters being challenged. The masters of their tribe or who they were being challenged. And only the weak ones did not accept the challenges.
That's right.
I wanted to jump and call somebody to demonstrate that. That's what the prophet is saying. We got all of these tribes out here, all of these Moors, all these groups of Moors, but nobody wants to challenge, nobody wants to accept a challenge. A challenge that they're going to bring something to the table to lose something of value that somebody would want to accept a challenge. And I'm ready. That movie has got me so fired up. I think more, I look at my phone and think about, should I call this Mo? Should I call this one? Because if I call them, I'm going to say, Mo, let's do it. But I know they're not going to take my calls. I don't know why. You won't take my calls.
Well, Sheik, it's a number of reasons why. None of them good, but it's a number of reasons why. And if you remember in Black Panther, when the villain, when the villain came and he was able to defeat the original Black Panther, he tore up all of the earth so that nobody could challenge him again.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you have a lot of these ones who believe that the herbs, the symbolic herbs, have been all destroyed because they scared to death. You know, and then when you talk about giving up something of value that somebody will want, then the things that's valuable to me, you know, Sheik, I don't, you know, I'm Grand Sheik. I don't want to get at her. At the end of the day, see, again, you started off by saying that it's not about you, it's not about us. And you're not, I'm listening to you. These are not the words of Sheik Clans Pray to Ear. The Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America says, not for thyself for these enzymes given, but for the good of thy kingdom.
Wow.
You know, so what we have is, you know, ones on their own path, Steve. But the path that they on is gonna build up a karma, Mo. It's gonna build up a karma that's gonna be something else. It's gonna be something else when it's all said and done. It's gonna be something else. See, I got a question though.
Question.
October 17th, the birth of our body of Moorish Americans, or that body of Moorish Americans. I mean, it's October the 17th, the birthday of Moorish America, period.
Period.
Period. Period.
Period, Mo. Period.
Period.
And any other date, Mo, it's not Noble Drew Ali. And this is what we got to get strong enough to tell people, our leaders, people that we love, that's not Noble Drew Ali. They want to defend it. I mean, it's already to be a custom. The Prophet authorized customs in the record. But don't tell the people that come in the world, our young children, that that's not, October's not the month. You know, stop fabricating stories and legends and lies about September being the month that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali authorized. Noble Drew Ali didn't have time, Mo. Noble Drew Ali did not have time to notify all his sheep. The man was too busy setting up for another tour. He didn't have time to get another place, change location. He didn't have time for all of these things, Mo. This is our birthday, October the 17th, of all Moorish Americans, man. You know, and we need to know that. We need to know that. We need to and the reason why we need to know it, Mo, because we're serving another God. We're not serving Allah when we serve something other than what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought. We're not serving Allah. Wow, there it is right there, Mo. We're not serving Allah. That's why this is important, because we're talking about our salvation. We're talking about our salvation from all that's going on right now in our very communities, in our government. We have rich, super rich people that are running the government. They're going to survive. They are going to survive. The government, people in the government are going to survive. Only parties are going to feel the effect of what's going on are the people that's on the first on the totem pole. That's all it's going to affect. They're going to put themselves, Allah has to deal with them. Allah will deal with them. But in the meantime, we're down here catching the Hades. We're worried to death. Brothers are picking up guns. Women out there doing things that they shouldn't be doing. All of these things because we will not come together. And the Hispanics, these people are not worried about ICE. You know, they got certain locations they're going into. But these people are running to their country, getting their credentials and coming right back almost overnight. They're deporting them and they're coming right back on proving that they are who they say they are, showing their identity. But we are the ones that are leaving America thinking we're going to go somewhere else where it's better. And what we're going to find is that the citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are all in one family. Those who fail to recognize the free national constitution of their government are classed as undesirable. And next thing you know, they won't be able to get back into the United States, et cetera, et cetera. Our people just need to know this more. And we need to come together and tell them. But it's in October, you know, that we bring these laws to the attention of our people. You know, and I had a beautiful time this October, Mo. Even though I was down and out for the count, you young boys did a wonderful, wonderful job, man, of uplifting our people, man. Adding people to the Moorish Science Temple of America, healing people in the Moorish Science Temple of America, recognizing people. We did a good job, and it wasn't for yourself. Nobody was looking for anything for themselves. They were looking for, as you read, as you quoted from the prophet, these enzymes are not for themselves, but for the good that they can do. Everything that I tried to do is for the good I can do for others. I don't want nothing for myself, man. You know, I'm just thankful to Allah. Again, I'm just thankful to Allah for my health, for my strength, for the health of my children, that and my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, my relatives. I'm just thankful for them, Mo. And that's enough. You know, but we got to do something about this influence that's out here, man. That's spreading throughout the land. Every evil spirit is moving, trying every weak mind to tear down and drag out the foundation that was laid by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. They're giving us everything, more. They're giving more everything that harms. They're giving them masonry. They're giving them drugs. They're giving them women. They're giving them men. They're giving them men, women. They give everything that harms, Mo. And we can't see this. We'll gripe about it, but we can't. What's the problem that we can't see? That you cannot see, that we are not seeing the condition of our people. And more importantly, what's making us so weak that we don't do anything and we don't come together. Even with people that we know, we don't come together.
Islam, Sheik, you say, what is making it that our people can't see? The man, it depends on what part of the population, Mo, because the Quran tells us, what might be the issue for some of us that are the leaders of, like you like to say, the 10s, the 20s, the 50s, and some the hundreds or more. But and it says that vanity blindeth the eye and hideth the heart of a man from himself. And then when we talk about the Asiatics that's out there not recognizing what's going on, then now we got to talk about other elements of the Negro problem, the substance abuse. We got to talk about the pursuit of the fame and the fortune, the carrot dangling in front of the eye. Mo, it's so much stuff, and all of these answers go right back to the reason why we need to come together. Because there ain't not one of us powerful enough to deal with this by themselves.
No, I'm not.
Ain't not one of us, see. I mean, and the thing is, it's like the more we learn, the more powerful we become, the more clear it becomes to us that we need help. We gotta do this together. The prophet said it, man, divided, man, united we stand. Divided, we don't stand a chance.
So now you see the influence that Satan have over people, because people hear that and take it as a cliche. Now you see the power.
Yeah.
You quoted Noble Drew Ali, you quoted the law, and the influence of Satan is the two analogies I gave you earlier about Adam and Eve in the garden and Abraham. Listen, they won't. They're not listening. They hear Allah, but they're not listening. They hear Adam, Allah said, look, don't eat of the tree of knowledge for, and he told them the consequences. He told them, said, you will surely die. Now, what messed me up in that lesson is that generation after generation after generation, we're dead. Our people are dead. That's the problem with that one, Mo. Because we won't take of the tree of knowledge and sustain ourselves. We won't take of the tree of life and revive ourselves. And thus we are dead. Abraham came to his senses. I prayed and I tried to reach out to younger brothers and sisters in the temples, not to ask them to backslide, to betray or become a traitor against their leadership, but talk to them. Tell them you don't want to be following somebody that ain't going nowhere. I got all this Islam, and you're going to follow me every day to everywhere I go. I got to be at odds with people. I got to fight them. Oh, that ain't no peace. So where are you taking me? And I need the young people to tell these leaders out here, where are you going? And stop discriminating. Stop slander. Stop deluding. Stop it. Stop it. If you got a problem with Sheik Clarence Prathiel, give Sheik Clarence Prathiel a call. I ain't got no problem with talking with you. Because if I got a problem with you, Mom, I've been knocking on your door. I have no problem with it, man. But that's the problem we have, Sheik. That's the problem we have. All right, Sheik. I want to thank you, Mo, for this for this time. And I want to thank all the people. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Oh, praise Allah, Mo. Praise Allah. Yeah. Islam, Arthur.
Who you see?
One of my nephews, Mo, my great brother, okay. Mo. This brother, we up in Baltimore, we had last February we had a drug analysis, and this man made a great contribution, man. You know, literature and some clothing and everything, man. So praise Allah. Islam Queen, Dixon Bay, you know. But yeah, Mo, we got to come together. We got to stop making these things cliche. But all I was gonna do it. I'd rather we went on and did it ourselves as opposed to keep catching the hell, because nature's gonna force us to come together, Mo. Oh, praise Allah, Sheik is my idea. Praise Allah. Praise Allah, Mo.
Where you see all them at? I don't see them.
Okay. No, Mo, I got you on my other phone. I got it on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Islam.
Okay.
Islam. I'm like, huh? Like, what is it?
Islam. But we're going to come together whether we want to or not. I just pray Allah don't open up the earth, you know, on us. You know, He tried to give us so many warnings: earthquake, disease, political, Republican and Democratic Party fighting, people that are supposed to be our helper. They're fighting. I mean, all the signs are right here, Mo, about the end of time and fulfilling of the prophecy. Yeah, and we still will not come together, man. We got brothers out there doing some terrible things to our women. Terrible, disastrous things to our women. We got women doing some terrible, disastrous things to themselves. And what's at stake? Our children. Our children. That's the influence of this evil, Mo. That's the influence of Satan, the devil, the great deceiver. When Jesus came out the temple, one of his sheiks, Judeo, came up to say, "What is the sign of that coming in the close of the age?" And Jesus said, "Be that thou be not deceived, for many will come in my name saying, I'm the anointed one. And it will cause many to go astray." And we're living in those prophecies, Mo. This is why every time you turn around and look up, you find brothers and sisters going astray because of the influence in the world, man. And I'm going to ask the Moors to, you know, the Moorish Scientific American, Mo, October, when you look at that picture of the prophet and all the Moors in the background, that picture says, the title of one of the pamphlets that are out there, it says that says, renew your covenant with Allah and break your pact with the devil. Renew your covenant with Allah and break your pact with the devil. That's what October the 17th is saying, Mo. That's what the whole convention was saying. All those people in the background that renewed their covenant with Allah. All the covenants, we got 4 or 5 covenants in the Quran alone. Then you find all the covenants in the Piscean record. Then you find the covenants in the Quran. All those covenants Allah has made with the people. And in October 1920, He made a covenant. And all those people in the background broke their pact. Listen to me clearly. They broke their pact with the devil. And they renewed their covenant with Allah. And as the record reflects, when Satan, the devil, saw this and drew all he left off the scene, July 1929, he went out seeking not whom he could devour, but he went out to devour. And as you know, since 1929, we have been devoured. Satan, the devil, the great deceiver, the dragon, the lion has been devouring us. Well, on my record, on my chart, on the records I have, said it's time that lion lay down. Because we got somebody, you, Sheik, some of you good clean Moors don't have the record that I have got to renew, get your inheritance back. Because you were giving it dominion over every living thing. And you're going to make that lion obey. And that's what our records, isn't that what the record said, Moses?
Islam.
It says it in the Quran, lion and the lamb laying down together in yonder hill, and neither being harmed. So we're talking about some strong people. We're talking about people that go in like a lion and come out like a lamb. We're talking about people going in like a lamb and come out like a lion. Are you hearing me, Mo, man?
Islam, absolutely.
That's what we're talking about, man, in these times. So I'm asking all these leaders that want to get in amongst their own and talk discrimination, segregation, slander. I'm asking you to bring all that stuff out, bring it out the private world and come on in the minds and let's sit down and talk, or stand up and talk, or lay down and talk, however you want to do it. Don't make me no difference. You know, we can do it like the Romans used to do it. They lay down because they had those chairs. They lay down and talk because of the weight that was on them. That's why they had to lay down, because of their heads throbbing. That's why they had to lay down. But thank you, Sheik. Renew your covenant with Allah and break your pact with the devil. That's the name of the record, Moors. That's a powerful, powerful record. It should be a message to all of you all. You know, renew your act, renew your covenant with Allah, break your pact with the devil. Break that pact. Otherwise, you're going to get the Hades that's out there for you. All right, Sheik. By the time I go get a little something eating and put a little substance in my body, I can feel I need to get a little substance in me.
I ate me a little piece of salad today, you know, and some candy. Hey, listen, shit. Yeah,
had a wonderful meeting this morning, man.
Islam, absolutely.
She just said,
Sunday school master throwing candy around in the meeting today.
She just hope my ideal said, it truly is a powerful record. Renew your covenant with Allah and break your pact with the devil. Wow, thank you, Sheik. Appreciate that very much. Because these are the records that we need to read, Mo. You know, we need instructions of the Quran, of the the Bible. We need their instruction because we read these records and don't fully comprehend. And that's the problem with our young people, man. You know, so Sheik, I tell you what, I love you, man, but I feel myself needing to get a little substance in this form.
Go ahead, Sheik.
You know, we've been meeting all day long, man, all day long.
All day. Then after the meeting, I went down to the prison work release center and went down there and you know, did some work with them brothers up in there. So,
well, give the people hope, man. Just give. Oh, she Charles Brown Hill is on it too. Well, we need to give the people hope wherever you go, man. You know, give them hope. Give them hope. And that's what we're talking. She can hope my idea. Give them hope, man.
Give them hope.
Yeah, man. Because that's what our people need. More than they need love. Love is a healing, but of course you see that the prophet went on from faith, hope, and we're gonna get to love once we have hope. The people don't have no hope, man. They give up. They give up. So,
all right, see. So,
well,
thank you again. Thank you again for the powerful lesson. You know, thank you again for being loyal to the Prophet Noble Ali, loyal to Allah, and loyal to your father for so long. Thank you.
You know what the record said about what you just said on the sheet.
honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the earth land, which the Lord thy God, Allah, had given thee. You're going to live a long time, Sheik.
And that right there, what you just quoted, and more, let me tell you something, man. If I could put this thing down, if I could just lay down in Buddha City of the dead, I wouldn't have no problem. So it's not of me. It's of the God that you spoke about earlier in the meeting this morning. That's in us, Mo. That's keeping me going, keeping me thriving. And Sheik Brown here said, "You have done your job. Get a little rest." Yeah, I'm about to, Sheik. I love these, Chief Sheik. I love you too, Sheik. I'm going to get some rest. I've been eating all day, but been running all day. But this is my job, Mo. Sheik, again, I want to thank you, Mo. We want to talk about resurrecting that lost date, October 1928. Resurrect that, Mo. It's resurrected.
It's up. It's resurrected, Sheik.
It's normal. All right, Sheik. I can feel me needing to get some grub in me.
All right, go ahead. I'm finna get ready to hit the end stream button.
Love y'all, Moors. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
I've seen brothers here in Chicago, here in Baltimore, come through the Moorish side, through the door, having been shot 6, 7 times. I see him come in, and then they get healthy, and they okay. All because of the power of that prayer. I'm not talking about no other prayer. I'm talking about the prayer that you have faith in. What faith in is that we have faith in? It's the Moorish American prayer. We have our own prayer. But when you call it, I love Allah, you don't say I love you. I love Allah. Oh Allah, I love thee. Thine art my God, Allah. That's what Allah wants. That's his language. That's what he put in our ears in reference to him. What he wants you to call him, not what the English man, the English speaking, or the Greek speaking, or the other speaking people want you to call him. He wants you to call him what he said his name is.